They say that each single word in German that doesn't have any ending has to be learned with its gender, and that there's nothing in the world that can hint to which gender this word belongs. That is not true. There is a way out of this belief, the way of sieves. I'll show you this way today again, as I do in all of my videos. Hello, my German-loving companions in arms. Today I'd like to tell you about the ending n. If a word ends in n, it's primarily masculine. The hardest ending is en. The words that have this ending are primarily masculine. Let's deal with the exceptions now. The words das Laken and das Kissen are neutral because they are bad words, so to speak, which are all neutral except for the word die Decke. Why is die Decke feminine? The pram rule. The word das Bacon is a part of the body, that's why it is neutral. All parts of the body, if they don't have strong feminine or masculine endings, are neutral. The ending en should have made this word masculine because it's a strong masculine ending, but this word is an exception from this rule. The word das Design belongs, in my judgment, to book words that you can see now, the modal words subgroup. The word das Almosen belongs to the group of words such as das Mosaik, das Rack, etc. The word das Zen or das Zen could be put to karate group, which is all neutral. The word das Eisen is not a real exception because it's a chemical element. The word das Token is also not a real exception because it's a measurement unit. The substantivized verbs that mean processes are always neutral. The substantivized verbs that mean things are almost always neutral, except when a word means something that has nothing to do with the verb. For example, the word der Leisten has to be masculine and cannot be neutral, so that we don't think that der Leisten, last, has something to do with das Leisten, the process of attainment, achievement. The same goes for the word der Laden, a shop, that has nothing to do with das Laden, loading. The same goes for the word der Tropfen, a drop, which we need to distinguish from the word das Tropfen, the process of water dropping. The words such as der Glauben and der Frieden come from der Glaube and der Friede, that both belong to n declination and therefore are always masculine. The words that end in an are masculine except for 4 not real and 1 real exception. The word das Organ is neutral, as are all the names of parts of the body and organs that don't have strong masculine or feminine endings. The word das Gespann has prefix ge, and that's why is neutral. The words das Porzellan and das Cellophane are materials that things can be made of, and that's why are neutral. The word die Membran is feminine. The words that end in are also masculine except for the words das Kinn, because it's a part of the body, and das Zinn, because it's a chemical element. The words that end in aen are also masculine except for the word das Terrain, because it's a borrowed word. The words that end in ein are also masculine except for the word das Schwein and das Bein, because it's a part of the body. The words that end in on are also masculine with many exceptions which could be frightening, but I'll show you that most of those exceptions are not real. The word das Parallelepiped belongs to geometrical figures that are almost all neutral. The word das Non belongs to the words like das Nein, das Ja, etc. And that's why it is neutral. The words das Proton, das Elektron, das Neutron, das Ion are particles, and that's why they are neutral, like all parts of the body, details of a car, etc. The word das Atom is also neutral because it's the smallest particle of a chemical element that can exist, and because it has the ending om. The word das Lexikon belongs to the word words. The words das Neon, das Meson, das Ozon are chemical elements which are all neutral. Das Backgammon is a game, that's why it can be only neutral. The word das Axon, das Neuron, das Nephron are neutral because it's the smallest part of a body and because all cells of the body that end in on are neutral. The word das Silikon belongs to chemical materials and that's why it can be only neutral. The word das Aceton is a chemical substance and that's why it can be only neutral. The word das Plankton is neutral because it's a collective term. The word das Icon is neutral because it belongs to modal words. The word das Bataillon belongs to real exceptions, just this one word. The words that end in un, ohn, ang, eng, and ong don't have any exceptions and are all masculine. The word das Ping Pong is a game and that's why it can be only neutral, it's not a real exception. The words that end in ahn have two exceptions, die Bahn and die Lahn. The words that end in rn are also masculine. The not real exceptions are das Horn, das Nashorn, das Korn, das Garn, das Barn, and das Gehirn. The word das Horn is a material and that's why it's neutral, as is the word das Nashorn, because its root word is neutral. The word das Korn is a collective term and that's why it is neutral. The word das Barn is a measurement unit and that's why it's neutral. The word das Garn belongs to the words like das Mosaik, das Laub, etc. The word das Gehirn is a part of the body and has prefix ge, that's why it is neutral. The word die Stirn is feminine because it belongs to the group of strong and suffering words such as die Pein, die Lahn, die Bahn, etc. Now let's go to the feminine words. In can be a suffix or an ending. If you can understand the meaning of the word without in, then in is a suffix. If not, it's an ending. If a word has the suffix in, it's always feminine. If a word has the ending in, it can be masculine or neutral depending on the meaning of the word. The words der Ruin, der Screen, and der Sinn come from verbs and that's why it can be only masculine. The words der Penguin, der Pangolin can be only masculine because they are names of animals. The word der Gobelin is a fabric, that's why it is always masculine. The word der Tamin is masculine, it's a real exception. The word der Urin is masculine, as are almost all body fluids. The word hermelin is neutral if it means an animal and masculine if it means the fur of this animal. This word must have two genera so that we would be able to distinguish between an animal and its fur. Why isn't the fur neutral? It is so because, as you know, all fabrics are masculine. We can refer der Hermelin to this group of fabrics. The words das Magazin and das Bulletin belong to book words, which are all neutral. The words das Bacon, das Passé, and das Reservoir can be synonyms and are neutral. All the other words in the table mean chemical substances and that's why they are neutral. The words that end in song are feminine except for the words das der Blouson and das Chanson. The word das Chanson means das Lied, a song. They are both neutral. The words that end in ion are feminine. This ending is officially recognized, as is the ending ung. Masculine exceptions are der das Lampion, der Spion, der Skorpion. The last two words can be only masculine, as you know. The neutral exceptions are das Stadion, das Symposion, and das Pion. The words that end in phon are neutral. The only exception is the word der Siphon. This word can be only masculine so that we know that it has nothing to do with listening or sounds, as is the case with all the words that end in phon. The words that end in eon are neutral. I haven't found any exceptions so far. The words that end in line are always neutral because they mean pet names. The words that end in men are always neutral except for the words der Rahmen and der Samen. Der Samen is masculine like almost all body fluids. There are hundreds of words that end in sein and they are all neutral because the word das sein is neutral because it's a substantivized verb. The same goes for the word das Wesen, which comes from the fourth column of verbs. So the words that don't have real endings and end in n are primarily masculine. If you have liked this video, please like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, write your comments below, and I wish you lots of success in learning German. Tschüss!